Late, followed by Most Elegant, Mint Condition, trailed by Sir Swayze. Zedivite knocked right up, and Travelot was a long last. Grombe is the winner, number 3, leading all the way. His first victory since December of 1997. He's always run very well here at Moonee Valley. And the 7-year-old has led all the way to score in the time of 1 minute and 11. Number 3 in the frame, Grombe, ridden by Nash Rubilla. Remember speaking to Tony Noonan a little while ago, just before the Ansett Stakes actually, he said, I hope the old timer can win, because if he does, I'll retire him. I wonder whether he'll stick to that.
So back and they're racing. Jumped in a good line. Royal Voyage won the kick. Simone jumped well. Breakdance showing speed. Steel Phoenix 4 out and Lucky Bear 5 out moving forward. Pure Steel is trapped very wide. He's moving up as Simone uses for the moment on the fence, and Green Mailer with the black colours going forward. Markham third last from Racing Rider and 2 lengths to Expect a Star. On settling down, Steel Phoenix went to the front, pulling against the rider, led from Pure Steel. On the fence, Royal Voyage appears to have settled nicely as Green Mailer strides around them 3 wide. Lucky Bear the centre. Just over a length away is Breakdance being passed by Markham, who's going up for the moment on the fence. They were followed well back then by Racing Rider Simone and Expect a Star last of all. Green Mailer's put on the speed at the 1200. Went out to lead 2 lengths to Steel Phoenix, and a length away Markham. Cassidy sending him forward. A length further back, Pure Steel on the outside of Royal Voyage, being given a cosy run on the fence. A length and a half for the moment, then Lucky Bear. They were followed well back in the field by Breakdance. Racing right to the inside from Expect a Star, and Simone's last of all. Sweeping down the side of the track, racing to the 850, and Green Mailer bowls along in front. Steel Phoenix a length away, Markham third. Fourth the inside is Royal Voyage. They were followed by Pure Steel for the moment centre field inside Lucky Bear. Just over a length to Racing Rider, then came Breakdance, Expect a Star, and Simone has been shuffled right out to the tail as they race to the bend. 500 out, Green Mailer in front of Steel Phoenix. Markham's been wide. He's 3 deep and about to attack the 2 front runners. A length away on the fence, Royal Voyage. There's a gap there if he's good enough. They were followed by Pure Steel. Lucky Bear to the outside, and for the moment further back, Breakdance under pressure. 250 out, Royal Voyage getting this inside run, dashing quickly. He's raced to the front now with Steel Phoenix. Oh, Royal Voyage cannoned into Steel Phoenix, ran out. For the moment's got the run, finishing hard, Pure Steel. It's Steel Phoenix coming after Royal Voyage. For the moment the inside, Royal Voyage in front. For the moment lunging, not sure. Very tight, Royal Voyage for the moment, nothing in it. Heads are out of unison. Steel Phoenix third, but we're going to hear a heap more. They were followed then making ground by Racing Rider, Green Mailer, Simone, Breakdance, Lucky Bear, Expect a Star, Markham well back, and Pure Steel near the tail. Tight photo finish this between the Victorian Royal Voyage, a lovely little colt by Dane Hill, and for the moment bursting up on his inside, and they've hit it absolutely locked together. And there's going to be a protest for sure and certain. He's run right out in front of Steel Phoenix. He's shifted out 3 horses within the space of 50 metres, Royal Voyage. He runs out sharply, cannons into Steel Phoenix, and then for the moment, who was angling back to the fence about 3 or 4 away from the rail, and she too wants to run out. She too doesn't want to go straight under pressure, but she's got through to join Royal Voyage right on the line. They come together almost as they hit the line. In fact, they do. The 2 of them come together right on the line, and in a...
Well... Back behind them, Jumbled likewise, coming across a Major Wilkes and Atomic Comment. In behind them and angling over 2 at the same time was Flapjacks. Wider out on the track is Medals, and they were followed now, getting back Jumbled outside of Rapa Nui in Innovations last of all. They come out of the stands and show the way now. It's Jacobite about 3/4 to Major Wilkes, now a length. A length and a quarter off then Atomic Comment inside of Flapjacks, and Medals is 3 wide. 4 lengths further back in the field behind those then Jumbled on the outside of Rapa Nui in Innovations as we're beginning a bit of a move out wide on the track, the outsider of the field. The leader is Jacobite as they move to the 650 by length and a quarter. Major Wilkes with the claiming apprentice Kane Newsham sitting quietly second. Medals out 3 wide. Atomic Comment back on the rail. Flapjacks is between them 3/4 away. Then Rapa Nui with Jumbled and Innovations to the outside. Down to the 400, and Jacobite tried to get a break here. Got 2 lengths in front, but Major Wilkes with the pull in the weights with that claim for young Newsham is coming after it very quickly. Major Wilkes races after Jacobite, and they've got a away from Flapjacks. At the 200, it's Major Wilkes drawing clear. Jacobite second. Flapjacks is running on nicely again. Medals and Jumble down the outside. But Major Wilkes, he looked the weight tip of the day. Flapjacks has got home for second, but Major Wilkes wins it nicely. Flapjacks second. Jumbled might be third. It's out wide with the stablemates Medal and Jacobite down on the inside, and they were followed further back by Atomic Comment and Innovations. Number 2, Major Wilkes. Number 2, Major Wilkes, ridden by the claiming apprentice, Kane Newsham, for Peter Jolly. And they've been too strong. Did look beautifully weighted. The weight tip of the day, really, and they don't always work out, but for once it has here for favourite backers. Major Wilkes is a gelding, an 8-year-old chestnut gelding, by Valiant Prospect from Idle, raced by DJ and Mrs. J.W. Seaman from...
All right, we'll leave Ron there with Major Wilkes. Too good for them there over Flapjacks and Judgeway, $1.80 Sunline, and Rosa War at $3.80, dominating the proceedings, but Sunline odds on, then My Jasper 16 and 23 St Clemens Bell. Should be a fabulous race as we take you to the Valley and Greg Miles.
OK, Chris, the first two have been locked in. Here's Grand Archway coming in now, facing probably the greatest test in her short career. Rosa War stands in alongside her. Pukahina is right. Here's Sunline, the favourite, coming in at $1.80. Grand Archway alongside her now. My Jasper moving into the stalls. A race with a total value of $1 million. Isles coming in over on the outside, so they're nearly set. Just about right to go. Kensington Palace and Champagne scored a wonderful dead heat last year. A race with a short history, but it's growing in stature. And a super field is set to go and on their way now. And Sunline began brilliantly in the middle of the line, ahead of Rosa War, and Grand Archway dropping in early. Isles Away Fast is going into second early, but Sunline has no trouble in coasting to the post the first time, and under a tight rein by Greg Childs leads Isles. 3 lengths away third, Grand Archway, followed by Rosa War, happy to sit well back early. Pukahina next, followed by My Jasper, and St Clemens Bell ridden from the tail out to the 1600. And Sunline, well, Greg Childs must be giggling at this point. She's settled pretty well, and she's 2 lengths in front and jogging along in front. Running second is Isles, 3 lengths back is Grand Archway, and a lot of them again staying well away from the fence. My Jasper's out 3 wide around Rosa War, Pukahina on the inside, and St Clemens Bell is last of all. Childs stole a look over his shoulder as he negotiates the turn at the 1200 metres. He doesn't look to be going all that fast. He's 2 lengths to Isles and 2 lengths to Grand Archway. A length and a half to My Jasper out 3 deep. Rosa War in the centre and Pukahina on the fence. And back last of all is St Clemens Bell at the 1,000 metres. And Sunline totally dictating the Oaks. Leads by 2 lengths down the back. Isles is second, 2 lengths to Grand Archway. Another length and a half away, Rosa War on the inside of My Jasper. Pukahina second last, St Clemens Bell 10 from the leader. At the 800 metres now, and the champion New Zealand filly, Sunline, comes down the side, 2 lengths to Isles. She hasn't had any pressure put on her yet. Now they quicken the tempo because Grand Archway and also My Jasper are starting quick runs at the school now. And Sunline's by 3/4 to Grand Archway. Can she stick on? In third placing then is My Jasper from Rosa War. But Childs slipped the favourite a little leather. And Sunline is going to scoot 2 lengths in front around the home turn. Grand Archway is trying hard, but it's on heart alone at this stage. Rosa War is a well-back third, but it's all Sunline. The super filly from New Zealand's put 5 lengths on them. Childs has stolen it. Sunline's a champion, and Sunline cruises down to win the Lone Star Oaks by about 4 or 5 lengths. Grand Archway's run a mighty second. Isles has got third ahead of Rosa War. And then there's a long break to the remaining trio, St Clemens Bell, Pukahina and My Jasper. She's a star. They were too scared to get near her, and she did what she should have done to them given the way the race was run. She trounced them. Grand Archway has run a wonderful race considering what she had to do to get into the field here.
To keep his unbeaten trot this campaign intact. He's moved up. The lights are on. And they're all set for the running of the Daily Telegraph Rosehill Guineas. Gates are back and they're racing. Dignity Dancer was a shade slow to go. He's a clear last on settling. Sky Heights on the inside won the start. Away quickly was Ernest, and going up is Able Master. Now Arena settles in about fourth. He's on the inside. Dignity Dancer on the back of Able Master fifth. They were followed by Infatuated, and Peppermint immediately went back to the tail of the field. Sky Heights in front leads the way a half length on Ernest, and 2 lengths to his stablemate Arena. And Larry Cassidy's got him beautifully positioned. 2 lengths to Able Master. Dignity Dancer given plenty of time by Jimmy Cassidy to settle down. He's 7 or 8 lengths away from the leaders. They've turned the speed on down the back, but he's settled well, the big boy. A length further back in the field is Infatuated, and Peppermint's last of all as they stride down the back. Racing to the 1250 metres mark, and Ernest went to the front. Crossed onto the paint, led 2 lengths. Sky Heights is second. A length and a half to Arena on the outside of Able Master, getting up on his inside, and Arena is travelling beautifully on the outside. 2 lengths away then to Dignity Dancer, and Jimmy's behind his brother Larry on Dignity Dancer. On the inside then is Infatuated, and Peppermint's last of all as they race to the 900. It's Ernest in front, one of 4 runners for John Hawkes and the Woodlands group, leading by over a length on Sky Heights. A length and a half to Arena around Able Master. 2.5 away in the field, Dignity Dancer. Jimmy yet to go forward, he's yet to move. They were followed by Infatuated and Peppermint last. We're getting up to the business end of proceedings. 600 metres out in the Rosehill Guineas. The leader is Ernest. Sky Heights about to attack, and Larry Cassidy's off 3 wide on Arena. Here comes Dignity Dancer. He's 4 deep and travelling. Able Master the fence. Then came Infatuated, and Peppermint last of all. In the straight, Sky Heights the Victorian went to the front. Arena's under pressure chasing, and Dignity Dancer is about to unleash a great run. They've come clear to fight it out from the Kiwi Able Master. Arena's hit the lead. Dignity Dancer's after him. Sky Heights comes again. It's the Cassidy boys, and on the inside Glenn Boss with Sky Heights. Dignity Dancer's hit the lead. Sky Heights is coming again. Sky Heights in front. Dignity Dancer lunges, missed him. Sky Heights a nose. Sky Heights a nose on the line to Dignity Dancer, and Glenn Boss stands high in the irons to salute the crowd. Third Arena in a great Guineas. They were followed by Able Master. Then further out Infatuated, Ernest and Peppermint last home, and the race was everything it lived up to be. And Sky Heights, after being tackled left, right and centre by Arena, and Dignity Dancer, who looked like he was going.
Sentani's going to ease back in from out wide, as is Deborah's Daughter, and now as they forge down along that far straight, Arakazar, the top weight, works to the front. From second placing, Casino Queen goes off, goes to second now ahead of her, then Zophanobia fourth restrained. They were followed by Blue Witness on the outside of Miss Maluka, and further back then came Rose of Talac. Further back behind them Sentani, and then last of all is Deborah's Daughter. Along the far side, this time they're on the outer track, and the leader was Arakazar, the top weight. She's lumping 58, and she's forced to lead by a length. 2 in second position on the outside goes off. Third, the inside, is Casino Queen. A length and a half away or thereabouts then to Zophanobia. Miss Maluka going through along the inside now to get almost on terms, and they were followed by Blue Witness. Further back in the field now as they go to the 1,000-metre mark, Sentani with Rose of Talac covering her, and ridden with the patience of Job at the tail of the field is Deborah's Daughter. Down the side they race, and Arakazar with the big weight leads by 3/4. Second goes off. Third then came Casino Queen, and fourth Zophanobia. Back on the inside, Miss Maluka at the 800. They were followed then by Blue Witness, Sentani and Rosa Talac outside of her within a neck, and last of all Deborah's Daughter. For the long running on the outer track, just over 620 or so to travel. Arakazar being comfortably held together by 3/4 of a length. Now goes off, inches a bit closer. Casino Queen on the outside, Blue Witness in the centre, Zophanobia. Then Rosa Talac, Miss Maluka, Sentani and Deborah's Daughter coming with a swooping run down the middle. Goes off, hit the front. Blue Witness, Rosa Talac and Deborah's Daughter join in, and Arakazar is still there on the inside, and then further back behind those came Zophanobia. Out wide, Deborah's Daughter, Rose of Talac come after Arakazar. She's lumping the 58 boldly, but Rose of Talac is getting to her. Now Deborah's Daughter joining in. Rose of Talac in front close to home, and Rose of Talac too good from Deborah's Daughter by only about a neck though. Third Arakazar, fourth Miss Maluka. Blue Witness goes off just behind those from Zophanobia, who was one of the last ones in, and Sentani back behind those.
Rose of Talac fighting on too well to win. Number 3, 410. And at the Valley, Lady Elsie is the favourite for this 7th event, as we take you back to Greg Miles.
In his acceptance speech for the trophy, he made a play for the to be kept on for the ride in the Doncaster, and that's terrific news. He's done nothing wrong on the filly, so Greg confirmed as the rider for Sunline of the Doncaster, the Oaks, her other mission in Sydney. She was devastating, but allowed to be. Totally dictated it. Wonderful win. Set now. Good support race for the fillies and mares. Fillies dictating the race. Rose of Dane with a white cap to help distinguish those colours. Off they go, and Rose of Dane down to the inside, and Lady Elsie with the first couple out. Tinicadua was away in a flash, and Manila Pan is settling handy with Giftenry going forward in the early part, and then Dane La and Von Ann, who's on the improve as they settle down now, and Will Fly settling back in the field in company with Fuss, their third and fourth last. Tinicadua takes the lead out to the 1200 metres, a length and a half. Giftenry in third placing, Lady Elsie on the inside. Around her then is Rose of Dane. 2 or 3 lengths further back is Von Ann and Manila Pan. Another 2.5 lengths break to Star Cossack. Then came Kachina. Back behind her a length away Dane La, and then Visual Displays, a couple to Fuss, a good way back over on the inside. With her is Will Fly, and then another 2 or 3 lengths to Winning is Best and Talaktoff together last of all. Off the back at the 800, and Tinicadua led by a long neck. Giftenry is second. Running third is Rose of Dane on the outside of Lady Elsie, travelling well down to the inside. 2 Manila Pan, Von Ann, a length and a half. Star Cossack, Kachina the rail. Back behind those Visual Displays, Dane La and Will Fly are making runs out wider, and Fuss spotting them a long start when they came towards the 400 metres. And it's here Tinicadua and Giftenry leading. Lady Elsie coming on down to the inside. Rose of Dane just inside of Kachina. Saves ground but stays on the rail, and Von Ann is coming with a big sweeping run around the outside, clear of Dane La. Lady Elsie got through with Von Ann. Kachina on the inside, they corner in front of Rose of Dane. It's Von Ann on the outside and Lady Elsie. Von Ann coming home the better. Dane La with a run and Rose of Dane. Von Ann in front, and Von Ann's won it. Von Ann a half length to either Lady Elsie or Rose of Dane together for second, just in front of Dane La. A gap Visual Displays, Star Cossack, Kachina, and then Fuss, followed by Manila Pan, Giftenry, trailed by Will Fly, Talaktoff, Winning is Best, and Tinicadua back last of all. Von Ann back to her best form, number 2, to pay 10.30 and 3.20. Ridden by Lincoln Coffey. He's one.
Jumped in a beautiful line. Rustic Dream and Iron Horse went back after the start. Al Mansour came out running. He'll make a beeline to the fence and lead from Kiwi Hero, and not far away Kidman's Cove. A length and a half to Iron Horse, then Mossman on the inside from Referral. Juggler caught wide. Dracula getting back. They were followed by Rebel and 2 lengths to Rustic Dream. Racing to the 1100 metres mark. It's a breakneck speed. Al Mansour's dashed away. Led by nearly 3 lengths on the Kiwi Hero. A similar margin to Kidman's Cove. Another 3 lengths to Iron Horse. 2.5 to Mossman. He is on the inside. They were followed by Referral, Dracula, Juggler well back. Then came Rebel and Rustic Dream last, and a good 15 lengths away from Al Mansour at the 700. Can he keep going? He led by 2 lengths on Kiwi Hero. 2.5 to Kidman's Cove, and he is travelling beautifully. About 3.5 to Iron Horse. 2 lengths to Mossman going forward, but 7 or 8 off the lead. 2 lengths Referral. Dracula is a mile back with Rustic Dream, Juggler, and last of all is Rebel. Around the bend, Al Mansour in front. Kiwi Hero's after him. Kidman's Cove is reeling them in quickly. 3 lengths away, Mossman running on from Iron Horse, Dracula and Referral. At the 250, Kiwi Heroes hit the lead. Kidman's Cove's having a battle to get to him. Al Mansour the fence, and Referral and Mossman are starting to run on from Juggler. They're coming from everywhere. It's Referral on the outside with Mossman getting to Kiwi Hero, and the old boy Juggler lunging out wide. Juggler coming to Referral. No, Referral wins from either Juggler, Rustic Dream and or Mossman. Not far away, Kiwi Hero, then came Rebel. Kidman's Cove couldn't go on, neither could Al Mansour. Dracula never did a thing in the stretch, and near the tail was Iron Horse. Judge will go for the photo again. An absolute thriller to the George Ryder, and
Abandoned the meeting in Brisbane, as we understand. We'll get a further report on that in a moment. Doombin is off for the remainder, and they've jumped here at Victoria Park in the Chifley on South Terrace. They're away. And Amaround was prominent early with Le Bon, and Storm Eagle cartwheels across them. Escudero pushes up near the inside. Not getting a lot of room. Wider out on the track, Musco West and also Bischoff. And they were followed further back by Red Nose going through along the inside. Next over on the outside, Honourable Dudley is improving, and they were followed in that Division 2 by Romanticizer with What Report. Further back in the field, Well Stamp's one of the last at that point, and with it on the outside was Zavinte and Rock City down on the inside. Starting to string out a little more now as they move onto the outer side of the track there at the 1,000-metre mark, and Amaround puts a bit more pace on, is a half three-quarters to Honourable Dudley. 2.5 away third was Escudero. Fourth, Musco West has had a good run. Storm Eagle on the inside of Bischoff from Le Bon, followed by Red Nose. Romanticize held up at the moment. Zavente on its outside. Then What Report, who's back third last, with on the inside Rock City and Well Stamped. For the long run in on the outer track, 660 to go. Amaround hunts up for home and kicks away by 2 Honourable Dudley Escudero. Musco West out wide. Romanticize is now into the clear. Up ahead of it, Le Bon. Wider out Zavente. What Report got checked out, and they're bumping badly. Back there is Zavente and What Report, who got flat in the second time it appeared. And in the meantime, Amaround shot away and went for home with a rush. Into second, Le Bon, followed by Romanticize late down the outside. I reckon there's going to be some heated words in the jockey's room after this. But as they work down with 150 to go, it's Amaround clear. Here comes Storm Eagle with a storming finish. Amaround, Storm Eagle. Storm Eagle moves up on the outside, and it's a double for the Wolf Blass wine colours. Storm Eagle first, Amaround second. Le Bon third, Well Stamped fourth, followed by Romanticize. Back in behind them, Rock City, and they were followed further back by Bischoff out deeper. Escudero was forward early. Further back in the field behind those as they come back into my view, Red Nose, Rock City as mentioned. What Report, Musco West. Further back behind those then Zavente, and Honourable Dudley was one of the last ones in.
13, Storm Eagle, 7.10. Jack-a-legs at 6.50, 5.70 Sporting Chance at 11, Lady Can Do, Seaview Seattle at 24. 2.10.5 tips from Terry Spargo in race 7. Gold Coast Divs, 4 Toboggan, 6 even 195, 2 All Cheer 125, 9 It's a Kia 260. Quinella $6, the trifecta there of 4, 2 and 9, paying $71.50 on race 7 at the Gold Coast. Almost set for the last of the at Moonee Valley today as we take you back to Greg Miles.
Quick Mick completed the line on the outside. Favourite National Bid, $3.40, drawn down in gate number 3. Standing okay now, then Attendant is with him. Admired is alongside him. Off they go. He just began a little awkwardly. National Bid, Lord Zephyr at slow. Van Halen, Allendale Rose, both away fast. Zealy Ladder showing some pace. Admired, Jangling Jack is going up on the outside of these leading 4 or 5. And Quick Mick is in behind them with National Bid. Now they're thundering out towards the 1,600 metres. Bit of tightening. National Bid came away from the fence. Bumped Lord Zephyr. Centoy in turn went wide. And out to the 1,600, Zealy Ladders, the leader from Jangling Jack. Allendale Rose settling down third on the inside, and then Admired. Next is Quick Mick, who's inclined to pull a bit early in 5th position out wide. They're followed by Van Halen, our Rami guest. National Bid is next, also covering ground out 3 deep, but does have some cover. And the ground's okay out there. Breaker's Edge is next over on the inside, followed by Lord Zephyr, Centoy, Miss Ferrari, our position, and My Kahuna King is last of all. Out they go past the 1,200 metres. Jangling Jack has worked to the lead, about 2.5 lengths in front of Zealy Lad second. Admired on the rails third, Allendale Rose is fourth. 1 hour Rami guest, a neck then to Van Halen. Quick Mick on the outside, middle of the field, being followed by National Bid, who's starting to go forward, out 4 wide from Lord Zephyr. Centoy getting onto the favourites back with a cart home. They're followed by My Kahuna King going around the outside of our position. Breaker's Edge hard ridden back to second last, and Miss Ferrari. Jangling Jack giving them something to chase down the side, more than 2 lengths in front. Running second is Zealy Lad, followed by Admired, coming home fairly well in the lime cap. National Bid out wider with Centoy, staking claims by the school from Allendale Rose, and Van Halen coming home down on the inside of Lord Zephyr. But Jangling Jack still the leader. He's run a good race to the 400, 3 lengths on Admired. Allendale Rose and National Bid coming around the outside. They're all under pressure. Van Halen starting to answer the whip too, but Jangling Jack against the rails turns in front. Allendale Rose is coming on, followed by Admired and Van Halen. National Bid not in it. Jangling Jack the leader. Allendale Rose the danger, coming at him on the outside. Allendale Rose and Jangling Jack, a terrific finish. Allendale Rose the outside. Jangling Jack kicked and won. Jangling Jack beat Allendale Rose. Tough effort, the winner. 4 lengths Van Halen third from Admired, Miss Ferrari, and our position. A gap to behind these to finish was Zealy Lad, Centoy, My Kahuna King. Another gap to our Rami guest, Zephyr, back there with National Bid, Quick Mick, and Breaker's Edge, one of the last to go over the line. Well, he's done all the work in front. Tough performance, that. Number 5, Jangling Jack, holding on. Big day for Colin Alderson, has won the Guineas.
They stand well. Schumann has been well backed. Starter holding them. Schumann moving in about gate 3 or 4. Stands better. Racing. Jumped in a good line, although La Zagaleta dropped back with Glamis after the start. Lord Carrioy, Schumann away quickly. Flying Celebrity and Fashion News wide out, dashing up. He's looking for the lead. Fashion News on the outside. He'll go to the front now. Second is Schumann. Flying Celebrity third. Get Going, rushing up around Lord Carrioy. He's carrying his head very high in the air. A length to Paris Dream, Bullseye, Manana. The cerise colours the fence. A length to Black Bean, I'm Prowling, Glamis, and 2 lengths La Zagaleta last. At the 750, Fashion News whizzing along in front. Led 3/4 on Get Going. 2.5 to Schumann. A length Flying Celebrity. It's on the outside from Lord Carrioy. Paris Dream, Bullseye wide. Manana is back 5th last on the inside of Black Bean. He's hooked deep. Then came Glamis, well out of its ground. Then is I'm Prowling, and La Zagaleta's last of all. Fashion News turns in front, 400 metres to go. Get Going's a length away. 2 lengths Schumann, Flying Celebrity. Bullseye to the outside, running on. Paris Dream, the centre, getting a split. He's starting to come home well at the 250. Fashion News is over 2 lengths in front, trying hard to get going. Bullseye the outside. Here's Black Bean starting to lengthen stride. In front, Fashion News, but Black Bean swamped him on the outside. Black Bean's levelled up. Fashion News is coming again. Fashion News digging deep, hanging on, and will win. Fashion News has won from Black Bean, third Bullseye. La Zagaleta a good run. They were followed by I'm Prowling, Get Going, Schumann, Lord Carrioy, Paris Dream. Didn't go on in the straight from Manana, Flying Celebrity, and Glamis was last home. Fashion News at $22 and $5.90 going to the front. He was absolutely flying along in the lead. 1:16.06 his time. It's about a second outside the track record. Home 34.94. Black Bean I thought was going to swamp him with about 200 metres to go, but Fashion News, ridden by Jamie Innes, a big thrill for him to win here at this Rosehill Guineas meeting, has been too good.
There's the light. Straight 1,000, they're off, and Sari Princess first into the gear and shot away to lead by a length on settling from Pancho's Villa on the inside. 4 of them have come to the outside. Now still on the inside section, Blarney Boy, followed by Key Issue and Mustainair. Down the outside, Palace Fun, a narrow leader over Our Colossus from New Millennium, and they were followed by the newcomer Argyle Illusion. The outside appear to be in front as they race down towards the 600 metre mark. Yes, they're clear, and it's out wide on the track. Palace Fun by a length and a half. Our Colossus, New Millennium joining in. 3 or 4 away, the newcomer Argyle Illusion. Back to the inside at the 400 metre mark. Sari Princess is already under the whip, and Pancho's Villa under her. Blarney Boy, Mustainair are 2 away, followed by Key Issue. But down the outside, they look to be well clear, where it's Palace Fun, the leader from Our Colossus, New Millennium. Yes, they're a mile in front of the inside division. Palace Fun's going great guns. It's 3/4 in front. Trying hard is second placing, held down by Our Colossus, New Millennium. But that's how they finish. Palace Fun first. Our Colossus second. I think it's held on for third, New Millennium. Mustainair flew late near the middle. Now back on the inside, Pancho's Villa, Sari Princess. They just didn't get into the race. Followed further back by Key Issue, and Argyle Illusion in that division with them as well.